Alright, moving on. Come over here and tackle this one. And it's going to pretty much be the same process. Because this one is, well, I guess they both kind of intersect that curve there. Probably want to even the positioning out here just a little bit. And since I've got this feature right there, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of start with the assumption that I may end up actually wanting another edge right here. Which will help me kind of reduce the faceting there a little bit. A little bit less organized than I would like. Again, I'm just trying to kind of get on either side of this round thing so that it's represented by kind of a face rather than an edge. So there's no reason to run an edge up like that, so I'm just going to go ahead and collapse there. So it looks like I've got this guy over here that's going to kind of represent that rounded edge on that side. So we may end up doing something like that. Lots of little finessey adjustments here, just to try to capture that silhouette as closely as possible without going crazy on the polygons. Would be reasonable to ask how many polygons are allowed. And I guess I would say the lowest number possible. So it's pretty typical for people when they're just starting to learn about Retop to go a little bit overboard. But the more you do it, the more you kind of see how effective neural maps actually are at capturing detail, which makes it better to err on the side of maybe not quite enough, because you can always add more. And generally it'll update in the UVs without too much trouble. So I'm just pulling it off. There's like a little bevel at the base of this. I'm just gonna simplify that a little bit. And we'll just pull this same move here that we did on the other ones. That'll work. And then we got to figure out how to integrate it in. There we are. Looks like this one needs to go all the way down. And there is definitely not a great reason to maintain a whole bunch of edges Like, we don't need to run all these underneath, there's just nothing there, right? So it's basically just a flat surface. Does look like I may have missed some of my, I'm just looking at this gap right there. That's kind of a no-no. So if I pull it in like this, I may just need to add an extra, yeah, that's better. But we're kind of missing a bunch of that now. So we may need to just put an extra edge loop in here. Kind of running along there. Which is probably easier to do. Let me see if I can actually, yeah, great. Oh, it looks like it just closed it up. That's interesting. All right, so I'm just going to ignore that for now. We'll come back in a minute. And then we'll just snap these together on that center line there. I don't know if that actually welded. I'll go ahead and terminate this one. And we can take that over to that edge, and then what's going on here? I guess that's probably right. So for some reason it's not letting me get rid of this point here. So maybe I can just repurpose it, drag it where I actually want there to be a point. There we go. And I know I've got, I just put like basically a fourth point even though I don't want it, so I'm going to go ahead and collapse that. But you've got to have 4 in order to make the edge, or the face, I mean. Kind of like that. And then I'll just collapse it over. Well, what I'd like to do is make a face right here. I am getting no luck, so I'm just going to drag this out, hold tab on the edge if I can get to it. There we are. Oops. Oh man. Well, here we are. Quad draw. Just being a little bit obstinate for some reason. So I'm just going to hop out, hit F8, turn quad draw off. F8, I'm going to isolate it. Just click on this little icon there. I'm going to select both of these vertices and merge to center. Is that going to work? It might not work because it's got the symmetry turned on. So if I do something like this, I might just be able to merge it. I think that worked. And even though it'll probably work in quad draw now, I'll just go ahead and bridge these guys. Go to edit mesh and bridge. It'll fill that in. And then I can just pull the same move with this. Tap the G key to repeat the command. And it looks like something weird going on here with that face. I'm going to turn the isolation back off. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to get rid of that. It's probably not a bad idea to periodically look at your geometry. Make sure you don't have anything squirrely in there. Okay, feeling pretty good about this so far. Going to keep going in the next video.